Finally time for me to install my Tom Woods front drive shaft. Got everything I need here. Let's get started. You're gonna help me? Yeah. All right, so this is one thing I didn't see in a lot of other videos, like what to actually use for the silicone. And this is for differentials and transfer cases. So that's what I found. It has some Loctite, something to apply it with and clean off certain parts, and of course maybe some LOL shop rags. All right, so the first thing I do is get the skid plate off. It's an 18 millimeter. All right, so apparently my impact was not good enough. I did have to go with a breaker bar to break these free. So I'll keep working on that. Then I'll use the impact. You can really tell how worn that is. That boot or sleeve just is completely torn up. All that grease or oil up there. And I have seen a lot of people come from this back side to get into that drive shaft area. Next to the transfer case. But my extension is not long enough. So I'm gonna have to go in on this side here. That's why I removed. Looks like this is gonna be an 8 millimeter. I think that swivel is gonna come in pretty handy. So one problem I came across, the socket didn't really wanna actually sit on there properly, so I'm gonna switch to using an open end wrench. Oh, almost dropped it. Butter. All right, well, that's one. That's gonna be tedious. Well, one of the bolts came out just fine. I got 2 bolts trying to strip out on me with the open end wrench. So I'm gonna go buy a 1/4 inch extension, 12 inch for the ratcheting wrench. See if I can get it from the back side. So I went and got the extension. The impact didn't work. Switched to using a regular drill here in the drill mode, and I got it to break free. So there we go. All right, I got all the bolts out on the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and back it up just a little bit. Rotate for those last 2 bolts. All right, that was perfect. I literally backed it up maybe not even a foot. Both bolts are right there for me. So that was my setup that finally got it. The impact didn't work, but I put it on the drill setting. Made sure and hold my hand just in the right position so I didn't twist my wrist off. One of them did give me a huge issue. I don't know if it was just the plates on the drive shaft or what. These little square plates that are there. But using the swivel and that 1/4 inch extension and a drill did do it. Got all the plates I was talking about. They're probably balancing plates or something along those lines. This is the differential, but his back on the transfer case gave me all the trouble. All right, so now I just need to use a breaker bar on all 4 of these bolts here. Get all 4 of those out. So I backed up the Jeep just a little bit. Put those top 2 bolts on the bottom so I can access those easier. I switched back to using the pry bar. It looks like I'm already broken free. Glad that didn't hit my phone. Yep, I got movement. Let's see what happens. All right, it was pretty easy. Just pulled it right off. So there you go. All right, I'm moving to a chisel. I've seen this done on other videos. So it's a wooden chisel, but we'll make it happen. So obviously you can see that sleeve is pretty much completely gone. I guess it is actually completely gone. But the rocking came from actually in here, or the popping. But time to install the Tom Woods front drive shaft. All right, I've got the 3-point puller right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this by hand and pull it right off. All right, got that pulled off. A little bit of fluid there. All right, we got a good layer of silicone on there. Might just do a hair more, pack it in there a little better. All right, I've got everything in place. I didn't put Loctite on it before. I'm gonna use my finger, kind of rub some on the threads there and put some on the inside of the bolt. And we should be good to go ahead and torque it down to spec. A little bit of rework. I forgot the Loctite. Tedious. All right, I got all 4 of those bolts torqued to spec. After reversing just a little bit to get to the top side. Now I got to do the 2 bottom back here, and we'll be good to go. And there you have it, my brand new Tom Woods drive shaft. So it did come with a couple of sets of instructions, things to think about beforehand, and 1 page of instruction. I'm going to take a look at the maintenance today. I did go ahead and go pick out a metal needle instead of the service one they sent with the drive shaft. It's the type of grease you need.